What up guys, Sparrow here. So over the course of the next night, or possibly two, depending on how long it takes, I'm going to be talking about two things that really pissed me off. The first, and it's going to sound harsh, is obese Americans. Now we'll get to that later. I was going to start with that, but I've just had a conversation with someone who made my blood boil incredibly. Which leads me on to the first topic, which is overzealous Christians or anyone of that sort of, oppressive faith, as it were. I call it an oppressive faith because it is. For starters, look at the millions of people who have lost their lives for not having a faith. I'm talking Native Americans, I'm talking, people who decided not to believe in God, especially women, were branded as witches and, killed mercilessly, absolutely mercilessly. So, I have a question that I ask all of these, people. And, it's going to be a bit shitty. But I say to them, if your God is all-loving and all-knowing, then why in the fuck would he create a world with so much misery? Where is he? Where is this God that you keep on going on about? Let's say, a Ugandan woman. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I had to deal with some drunk idiots. So, say you take a woman from one of the world's most destitute third world countries. She has been a believer in her God for all her life. She has prayed every day. She has damn near broken her knees in prayer. And one day, her child dies out of starvation. Where is her God there? Where is her all-loving God? He's gone. He doesn't exist in that moment. Because the one thing that she fought for and prayed for since its birth was her kid. This kid hasn't even lived to see puberty, and it has died of starvation. Her God doesn't exist. How can he? But actually, no, I'm sorry, he's busy giving, bone cancer to a child who won't make it to 5 years old. That's my bad. And I broached this question to her. And she says, well, I don't like your tone, but I can tell you that this is all part of God's design. And I said, are you serious? That is actually fucking disgusting. And more to the point, shame on you. Shame on you for wanting to believe in such a narcissistic arsehole who, part of his grand design is the slaughter of millions of children who won't even live to see 5 or 6 or 7. How dare you want to believe in a God like that? Not to mention a God that has instilled hatred in the hearts of millions for anything that they perceive to be against their religion or even slightly wrong. So I'm talking for instance, homosexuals, lovely people, some of the most amazing people I've ever met. They're so kind and loving. But, to the Christians, they're an abomination. They are a sin just for choosing to have the free will to choose who to love. You can't tell someone they're an abomination for following their heart. And again, that is something that your God has done. So, again, how dare you believe in someone like that? He is literally the most, like I said, he's the most narcissistic, selfish, disgusting entity, if he even exists, that has ever been invented, and you choose to follow him because, he saves the good. But what about all of the good that he has destroyed? Again, the woman who's lost her child, how is that good? How, in anyone's world, let alone hers, can God be doing good by causing that child such a painful and agonising death? And all the while this woman could do nothing but sit and kneel and pray to the God that she believed in for all her life for mercy. she didn't get mercy. That child did not get mercy. There is nothing merciful about starving to death. I lost it at that woman. She carried on, trying to just, like, give me a speech about God's design and all of these things. And I don't think I've ever hated someone more in my life. The fact that she justified all of these atrocities by saying that it's part of God's will. How is that justifiable? That is the sign of a true psychopath. He has not cared once about trying to wipe people off the face of the earth. If you go by the Bible, he has tried to do it. And he in fact succeeded, apart from with Noah and his family and all the animals. But because, man displeased him slightly, he threw the world's most destructive bitch fit and destroyed them all. And you still think that he's a good person and he punishes the wicked. I'm sorry, but, the small child with bone cancer, how was that child wicked? How has that child done anything to deserve such horrible agony at such a young age? Not to mention the medical treatments they have to go through. Sorry, I'm getting really emotional. But the medical treatments they have to go through in order to prolong this agony. I know that it's doing good. I know it is, because they get to spend more time alive. They get to spend more time with their family. But it's only prolonging the pain. And it's only prolonging the pain that's going to be felt by everyone afterwards. How does anyone deserve that? Good or bad, no one deserves that. But the man upstairs has decreed that for some reason that child deserved that. Or that a woman decided to be raped. Well, not even decided, he decided a woman should be raped and killed in the street. Or that the world should suddenly open up and literally destroy millions of homes, millions of lives. And because why? Because he's God, because he can do this, because he is all-powerful and all-loving? He's not. If there is a God, he has turned his back on us. Did we deserve it? I don't think so. Do we deserve everything in this world that's happening now? No, we sure as hell don't. So, yeah, that just really made me angry. And, I am still so incredibly upset about that. I'm gonna have to wait a while to do another video. So I will talk to you guys in a bit. Happy New Year. Love you all. Good night.